Hello, everyone. I want to welcome you to another episode of the Marquie Money Talks YouTube channel, where we discuss investing in the stock market, business building, and different ways you can build wealth. Today, I want to do a video on NIO. Now, if you're not familiar with NIO is a EV stock similar to Tesla, and they're out of China, and they're currently positioning themselves to be the Tesla of China. And recently, the Chinese government has decided to make investments in their success. So they're going to inject about 4.7, I think it was 4.7 billion by December of this year into the infrastructure, setting up swapping stations and stuff like that. And so I think now is a great opportunity to get involved in this investment, because NIO has great cars. They have a great service. I don't know if you ever used an EV vehicle before, but when you're trying to charge EVs, I had to rent one when my truck was in the shop, and I didn't like the fact that I had to wait an hour, sometimes an hour and a half to charge the vehicle. And then sometimes you get to the charging stations and they won't work or they won't connect. And it was just a big headache versus just, stopping for 5 minutes for gas. And that's what NIO has done as far as their infrastructure. Instead of having to wait for an hour to charge a vehicle, you can actually do what they have called these battery swap stations. And what they'll do is you'll pull into the battery swap station, and it's automated. So you'll pull in, get out the car pull into the battery swap, they'll change out the battery, and then, you're good to go in less than 5 or 10 minutes. And so I think that's going to be a good model for them to be able to, be successful in their field. And right now, because, trade tensions and tariffs and stuff like that, they're not really being sold in the U.S., but they are expanding to other countries and setting up infrastructures in other countries. And some other countries are starting to invest in them as well. They have a partnership with a company called CYVN Holdings based in Abu Dhabi, and that's in the Middle East and North Africa. And they also, they're going to be building a research and development center up there. And they have some, this new SUV called the Envoy, I think it's called. And they're going to be using that on that taxi service, Waymo, that Google owns. So they're going to be running test runs of that in San Francisco. And then also they teaming up, I'm not really sure how to pronounce this, but it's JIYUE, a smart vehicle brand that's co-founded by Baidu and Geely, to expand the battery swapping technology, across China. So it's gonna be just like a gas station. Everywhere you go, every few miles, you'll be able to have a place where you can swap your battery out. So instead of having to wait for an hour and a half to charge your batteries, then you'll be able to do that. And let me see, I had some other notes that I want to pull up on NIO. And yeah, their deliveries are up. They were able to deliver. They were scheduled to deliver 20,000, but they actually delivered 21,181 vehicles in September. So they're getting better at streamlining their process of building the cars. And then yes, the Envoy, pretty much as soon as they launched that brand, they sold out and did 832 deliveries just in the month of September. And in the third quarter, they delivered 61,855 vehicles. And they said that's an 11.6% increase year over year. So they're getting better at what they're doing. Their processes are getting more streamlined. And I remember when I first found out about NIO, they went from about $6 a share. I think it was $3 a share. And they went from $6 all the way to 60. And they didn't have the type of backing and resources that they have now. So, I believe they can get up to be like $100 company as far as their share concerned in the next year or two. because, I mean, with all the things they're doing, especially when they start being available in the U.S., because right now they're available in China and Europe and I think it's Germany and a few other places are starting to accept them across the globe. So, you know, they're going to be a real big company, just like Tesla. And I actually think they could be a stronger company than Tesla, because they have, you know, better cars as far as the designs. They have a more streamlined process as far as their battery swap station, so you don't have to wait an hour to get your battery charged, which is going to be really huge, you know, in the future of EVs, is that wait time, because nobody wants to, you know, be on a long road trip and then got to wait for an hour and a half to charge their batteries, when they can just, you know, stop 5 minutes and get gas, you know, or stop 5 minutes and just have the battery swapped out. And the only thing you got to do as far as the battery swap is just go ahead and let me see, go ahead and pull into one of the battery swap stations. Okay, and it said that China will receive, NIO will receive 13.3 billion yen, which is basically 1.9 billion in American dollars, and then they have another investment that of about 3.3 billion yen, which is 471 million, and they should get all of that. That's 1.4 billion that they have in cash right now. So, you know, they have a strong savings as far as the cash concerned. They have a product that's doing well. They're up on their deliveries, and so I think, as far as me concerned, I'm gonna be starting to load up on NIO. I'm already buying calls on them right now, and I've been doing pretty good just in the last week on calls. I've been doing pretty well on their stocks, and I have some more calls for next week. So I'm looking forward to cashing out on them, because what I'm doing is basically, my strategy with NIO is just, I'm buying loan calls, like calls that expire in like January. And then probably in January, I probably start buying calls that expire in December. And then when I cash out on them, then I just use that to buy the stock. So say I make $5,000, then I buy $1,000 worth of NIO stock, and then put the other 4,000 back on call options, and just continue to just do that and just build up not only my money in my account, but I'm also building up the shares that I'm holding in NIO as well. Because just like I said, long term, you know, this is like an opportunity to get in on Tesla, you know, on the ground floor. And you remember at one point Tesla was trading at over, I think, $1,200 or $1,300 a share. And so just imagine, you know, NIO is under $7 right now. So imagine being able to get in on it now, and then a year from now it's $200, $300, $400, $500 a share. You know how much that'll change your life. So, you know, me, I'm trying to get maybe 100,000 shares if I can. But, you know, I believe in thinking big. You know, go big or go home. You know, why think small when it's your mind and your imagination? And if you put together the plan and the process, then you can pretty much execute whatever you want to execute. So at this stage, it's all about, you know, planning and execution. And so I just wanted to give my take on NIO and what I think. If you find this video useful, then make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share the channel if you know anybody else that want to learn about investing or trying to build wealth and trying to grow their knowledge in the stock market. And yeah, just take a look at it. You know, I'm not telling you what to buy, what to spend your money on. You know, I'm just informing you of some things that I'm looking at in the market right now. I believe my last video I did was on the transportation industry for October, and that's uploading right now. It's taking a while to upload, but yeah, I think NIO is going to be a solid company and a great long-term investment. And you always got to be cautious when you investing in these Chinese companies. I just want to throw that little side note in there as well, because all it takes is for one of them, because, you know, China is more like a dictatorship. So all it takes is for somebody at the company to say something wrong to one of the leaders over there, and they could pull all their funding. So, you know, just keep your eye on stuff like that, as news and stuff like that that may break while you're making your investment, so you'll know, you know, when to get out if you need to, because that's something that happened with NEO the last time. It had a run up, got all the way up to like $60 a share, and one of the executives at NEO said something that one of the leaders in China felt was disrespectful, and they pulled all their funding, and their stock just plummeted. So as far as a long-term play, I think NEO is going to be a strong company for the future. So I'm definitely looking into increasing my stake in it. So you guys make sure you like, subscribe, and we're trying to get 1,000 subscribers by December. And after that, we're going to be making some changes to the platform, and going to be doing things a little differently, and going to be sharing more information and coming with more videos. So you guys stay tuned for that. We're going to be having some giveaways next year. So I want to thank everybody for giving me your time and checking out the Marquie Money Talks YouTube channel. I have a Marquie Money Talks Twitter account that I'm going to be sharing information on. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, just go to Marquie Money, and you should see me with the same thumbnail that I have here on this channel. And everybody just enjoy your weekend, and happy investing.